Hi everyone, and welcome to Lipstick on a Rig. Today we're going to be making this beanie. And this beanie that we're making today is actually a 2-strand version of this beanie that I made the other day. So if you're interested in only working this pattern with 1 strand, then please check the links in the description and I will link to this beanie down there for you. For this project, I'm going to be using size 4 medium weight acrylic yarn, and this is just the Big Twist Value brand and the color is burnt orange. And for this project, we are going to be using 2 strands that we're going to crochet at the same time. So you can use any yarn that you have lying around, but if it's a chunky yarn, then I recommend only using 1 strand. And if you only have 1 skein of a color that you like, you can always divide it in half. And we're also going to be using a size K or 10.5 or 6.5 millimeter crochet hook. So go ahead and grab both ends of your 2 strands of yarn, and we are going to work these simultaneously like they are one for the entire project. So we're going to attach them to our crochet hook using a slip knot. And from here we're going to chain 31. And if you're unfamiliar with any of the stitches used in this pattern, then please check the links in the description because I will have my stitch tutorials listed down there for you. And once you have your 31 chains in place, then we're going to skip that last chain as it's going to act as our turning chain. And we're going to place 1 slip stitch in the back loop only of our first 6 stitches. And these 6 slip stitches are going to act as our brim. So from here we're going to place 1/2 double crochet slip stitch in the remaining stitches in our row. So in case you're not sure how to do that, I'm going to show you. Go ahead and yarn over, and then working in the full stitch, we're going to insert our crochet hook. And from here we're just going to yarn over and drop all the loops on our crochet hook. So go ahead and repeat that for the remaining stitches in your row. And when you get to the end of your row, you should have a total of 24 half double crochet slip stitches in the full stitch and 6 slip stitches in the back loop only. And when you get to the end of your row, you're just going to chain 1 and turn your work. And the pattern for this row is going to be to place 1/2 double crochet slip stitch in our first 24 stitches, and then we're going to place 1 slip stitch in the back loop only of our last 6 stitches. And at the end of this row, we're going to chain 1 and turn our work. And the pattern for this row is going to be to place 1 slip stitch in the back loop only of our first 6 stitches, and then 1/2 double crochet slip stitch in our remaining 24 stitches. And again, at the end of this row, we're just going to chain 1 and turn our work. And from here, we're just going to keep repeating those last 2 rows over and over and over again to build the body of our beanie. I went ahead and repeated those 2 rows until my beanie reached about 18 inches. And as you can see here, your slip stitches make up your brim and your half double crochet slip stitches make up the body. So once you've gotten this beanie to your desired width, make sure that you've ended on a row that puts your crochet hook down by your brim portion or just on the opposite side of your starting tail. And from here, we're just going to fold our beanie in half. And we are going to join these 2 edges together using slip stitches. So to do that, you're going to insert your crochet hook up underneath the entire stitch on the side where your crochet hook is. And on this opposite edge, you're going to insert your crochet hook in the available loop. Then you're just going to yarn over and drop all the loops on your crochet hook for a slip stitch. And you're just going to repeat that for all the stitches that make up the brim portion. And when it comes to working in your half double crochet slip stitches, you're going to do the same thing. So insert your crochet hook up underneath that full stitch, and then insert your crochet hook in this top loop along this top edge right here. And we're just going to repeat that going all the way up our row until our 2 edges are joined together. And once you get to the end of your row, we're just going to cut and tie off our yarn. Next, I cut a strand of yarn that is roughly 2 feet in length. And working on the top edge of our beanie near the tails, we are going to weave this strand of yarn going all the way along the top edge of the beanie. And I am going to space my weave out to the top of each of the ridges. And once you're done weaving your strand of yarn along your top edge, then you're just going to want to pull on both ends of that strand of yarn to cinch up the top of your beanie. And next we're just going to tie these two yarn strand ends together a few times to secure that cinch. And from here we're going to turn our beanie inside out. And in case you were wondering, this is the seam where we crocheted our two edges together. In the description I will link to my DIY pom-pom maker. Please let me know in the comments below if you experienced any issues while you were making this, and I will do my best to help you out. If this video helped you, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel, Lipstick on a Rig. Thank you so much for working with me, and I hope you have a wonderful, awesome day.